Samuel, 25th chapter. Let me read these words to you. Start with the first verse. And Samuel died, and all the Israelites were gathered together and lamented him and buried him in the house of Ramoth. And David arose and went down to the wilderness of Haran. And there was a man in Maon whose possessions were in Carmel. And the man was very great. He had 3,000 sheep and 1,000 goats, and he was shearing the sheep in Carmel. Now the name of the man was Nabal, and the name of his wife Abigail. And she was a woman of good understanding. And of a beautiful countenance. But the man was churlish and evil in his doing. And he was of the house of Caleb. And the word Caleb means the house of dogs. David heard in the wilderness that Nabal did shear his sheep, and David sent out 10 young men, and David said unto the young men, get you up to Carmel and go to Nabal and greet him in my name. I want to talk about this morning message entitled A Match That Was Not Made in Heaven. I want to climax this conference on this morning dealing with this particular subject, a match not made in a match not made in a match not made a match not made in heaven. And I am often appalled by how many people in the Christendom, in the house of God, that often want to pretend as if every relationship has been heaven bound. I'm just simply astonished when I see those that even when they dress alike and they've been together so long until they look alike. Have come to understand that it ain't easy to have a match that's made in heaven. I'm almost through, I got to go. And don't feel bad by looking at somebody next to you, in front of you, behind you, because if the truth is really told, they really don't have a match made in heaven. So I thought that this subject would certainly be befitting, and especially for those of you that have gained and gathered master's degrees in philology. Those of you that have perpetrated the matchmaking situation as if you got answers for world hunger. And it's so amazing to me how many married folk can give answers to some single folk that they can't live themselves. I'm really tired. Let me go home. Every time I read the Holy Red Eye, I'm not having such a hard time are reading about love stories. And don't you wish that your name could show up in heaven that says love stories in Memphis, Tennessee? And perhaps if you mad with me already, you will be madder in a few minutes. But I can tell when you don't have a match made in heaven. So the question becomes, what is the match that is made in heaven? It's one that everything goes all right. Matter of fact, you got a man and a woman, a dog and a cat, 2 goldfish, and a double car garage.
Watch your stick.
Everybody got a job, even the child.
Watch your stick. Watch.
They go to church every Sunday. They look holy. They act holy. They even sing holy words, read a holy Bible, and give holy money, but still not holy. Samuel comes along in this book. He talks about this particular love story. Y'all got time? I can't get too high than that. I got to preach again. This love story, and do I have any Bible readers in here? You read some of the love stories like Jacob and Rachel and cockeyed Leah. The Bible says she had a tender eye. You read about Hosea and Gomer. Come on, help me here. I know the men ain't gonna talk right there. How the Lord would tell a man to go marry a woman in the red light district. Come on, guys, can you see you taking her to the family reunion? Taking her around the boys, and the boys laugh and talk about you had her too, huh? Love like Lapitha and Deborah, Abraham and Sarah, Isaac and Rebekah, Ruth and Boaz, Esau and Judith and Moses and Zipporah, David and Michelle, David and Abigail, David and Bathsheba, ain't no sense you get mad with David. Y'all kidding me this morning. Trying to act like you ain't been with but one person all your life. Everybody in here got a past. You got a history that you wish didn't nobody know about. Need to move forward. I felt myself raising my voice. Then Ahab and Jezebel, Adam and Eve, Ahasuerus and Esther. I'm just talking about love stories in the Bible. Solomon to Pharaoh's daughters, and Amalek and Naomi and Elkanah and Hannah and Rehoboam and Michael and Aram and Jochebed. Those are some of the love stories in the Bible. I got some folk in here that majored in literature. You remember, don't you? Romeo and Juliet. Oh, shucks. Let me move on down the road. You remember Anthony and Cleopatra, Sir Lancelot and Genevieve, and Tristan and Isolde, and Paris and Helena, Ophrah and Eurydice, and Napoleon and Josephine. Y'all ain't never read that. Odessa and Penelope. What a name, no Penelope. Pablo and Francesca. Queen Victoria and Prince Albert. Scarlett and O'Hara and Red Bubba. And Jane Eyre and Rochester. Layla and Manon. And Eloise and Aronard. And Pocahontas and John Smith. Talking about, I really want to quit. Talking about love stories, but ain't no love story like this love story. Oh my God. Boy, I wish I could stay here with you this morning, but ain't no love story like this love story. Scripture gives us no clue about old Abigail, parentage, or her genealogy. One writer by the name of Eliacott, he suggests that the name was given to this famous Jewish beauty who became a good angel of neighbor's household. It was likely given to her by the village folk in her husband's estate. And I like that because if you're a good person, you ain't got to go around telling nobody you good. Let me go over here, man. Get some help here. If you're good, folk will tell you you're good. Just live the life. You ain't got to be braggadocious about who you are. And you ain't got to be all puffed up. And guess what? I know you're cute, but let somebody else tell you something. I know you're wonderful, but let somebody else tell you you're wonderful. Come on, help me. I know my church. I know I got a lot of folk in here. You think you the stuff. Don't be the stuff. But let somebody else tell you the stuff. Abigail, beautiful woman. The Bible gives her that. And a name meaning whose father is joy. I want to deal with that for a moment because the beauty that you are today didn't start today. Lord have mercy. Let me help some single women in here and some single men. Whatever you do, start looking for background. Did I say something? You need to learn folk family. Check the family. Check the family. Check the family. Check the family. Whatever you do, you better check the family. Apple don't fall. Too far from the tree. Then when you get the person, the first thing you say, what have I gotten into? Let me just add one tidbit here. This ain't even part of this thing, but let me get it. Women, if you want a man to love you, make sure you love his mom. He don't care nothing about his mama. I promise you. You on the same road. Let me move on. Y'all got time to work with me. Bible talks about name of this man. That's who she was married to. need to break up something right there. And she didn't have no perfect relationship. I got a couple of you babies in here. You think that just because you got married, it's gonna be perfect.
No.
And I got one piece I need out before I go home. Marriage is to holiness, not happiness.
Say it now.
If you get married to get happy, don't get married. No. And I need to tell y'all something else before you go home. Guess what? You need to pay attention to the sign. The rehearsal is just like the play. Rehearsal is just like the play. If they are lying in the beginning, they'll be a liar when you get it. I'm almost through. I had a good time last Sunday. Neighbor and Abigail and David, the story makes. I want to talk some more about my old friend Neighbor. Neighbor was a character, man. I don't want to talk about Abigail yet. The Bible says she had a good understanding. No, let me go there. She had a good understanding. Women, can I help y'all with something? Spend some time trying to know your man. And guess what? Just cause you sleep with him don't mean you know him. You sleep. Something else, but you sleep. I got a couple of you babies, you know you sleep hard. Pay attention, you know. Pay attention. Pay attention to how he rolled the toilet paper. Pay attention. And I'm gonna tell you why everything in life got a pattern. Pay attention to whether he leave the milk spout open. The seat up. You're going to help somebody. You need to pay attention to some stuff because the pattern will carry on for a long time. And what you miss is the pattern. And guess what? Everybody got a pattern. Lord have mercy. Folk that's late, they got a pattern. They ain't late for one thing, they late for everything.
That's what I'm
They might be on time every now and then, but they usually late. Ain't nobody bragging about they gonna be on time. They bragging about they gonna be here in a few minutes. I'm almost through. The Lord have mercy. The Bible says Abigail had a good understanding. That's what it says. But she had a beautiful countenance. Now there are a lot of beautiful folk that don't have brains. Everybody got brains. There's a whole lot of pretty folk there. Somebody got to lead them home. You got to let somebody pick them up. Let somebody bring them back. Let me tell you, I got some sharp looking folk on my job, but they can't think they wear the papers. You ever seen some folk like that? You ever just listen to some folk talk and you say, you start saying, that's all right. You ever just seen some man, he just bucked up and he a hunk and he got biceps and triceps, and he opened his mouth and he said, "Oh, Jesus." I want to say something. Evil in its doing. Let me find some women in here. You ain't never seen no evil men here. Don't raise your hand. I ain't answering. Don't do it in here this time. You ever just seen some evil men? And come on, man, let me talk to y'all. You ever just seen some evil women? I got a whole lot of help. All the men ain't never said amen at the same time. The Bible said he was evil in the steward. And he was of the house of Caleb, house of dogs, and none of them believed in God. That couldn't have been a match made in heaven. Here she is, a beautiful countenance, got a sweet spirit, but she got somebody that don't believe in God. And women, let me help you with something. You can have breath and bridges, but every man don't believe in God like you say you do. Let me flip it around. Me and guess what? Every woman don't believe in God. When you start believing in God, there ought to be some difference in your life. Come on, talk to me here. I'm almost here. You can't cuss like you used to. Let me go to rewind. There you go. You can't cuss. Oh, I can tell I got you now. I got you now. I got you on the clothesline now. Lord, one of the most dangerous things in the world is to be unequally yoked with unbelief. Now, let me stay there for a minute. I need to. I got a couple of you babies that go to this church. There's not no other church. You go to this church. You got this thing about I can change. You ain't got enough of nothing on you. Oh no, oh girlfriend, you ain't got it like that. You think you got it like that. And you ain't the only somebody that got some of that. Come on, I need to tell you that. Come on, you can't change him until God changes. Can't make that man marry you. If he ain't got some God in him to want to do right and live right and be married to you, I don't care what you do. I'm gonna say some more about Caleb, since the men inquired. Caleb was hard. You know, Caleb kind of reminded me of a brother. Man, yeah, he was from the hood, man. You know, brother hard, man. He never shaved, you know. He ain't like a caveman, you know. He was hard, man, you know. And Caleb didn't take no stuff, man. He spent a whole lot of time, man, you know, fighting. And I need to tell y'all something else while y'all quiet. You know, Caleb was a drunkard. And you know, I know y'all drinking Kool-Aid in here, that's all right. and you know, alcohol will mess you up. And women, let me help you with something. And you need to pay attention when that man drinking. Come on, man. And let me help you with something. He ain't himself when he drinking. He'll say some stuff that he don't remember the next morning. Y'all don't want me to deal with the text. Let me find somebody here. When he was drinking, he told you he's going to take you on the trip. It's funny, ain't it? He told you, you know, go and make the reservation. I mean, we going to Cancun, and the next month he told me, you must got some money, ain't you? Praise God. I mean, first of all, he didn't believe in God. He was drunken. He was evil. He was hard. He was stubborn. Come on, I'm dealing with the text. I mean, I want to deal with the character sketch of this guy. I mean, he was grievous, and the other part I want to talk about Nabal, and guess what? He was unmanageable. Could nobody control him. So all of a sudden, the story goes forward. He talks about how David, when David came around, this was after the Saul situation, and now David is now protecting everybody's land. So now all of a sudden David decides to do something good. David protects the land, and they made sure that nobody take any of the flock, didn't steal any of the sheep and any of the goat. And guess what? You'll find in the Bible where when David got ready to get a payment for the protection, he said 10 men. Saying, go and talk to Nabal. And matter of fact, just say peace to him. And there's some things about this text that, man, you talking about an odd couple, man. This was an odd couple. And you ever seen some folk, man, they just didn't look right together. All right. You ain't never seen nobody. You said they don't look like they. You shaking your head. No, he too tall. She too short. She taller than him. Man, you talking about odd couple? I mean, you suited and booted, and she got on some gaucho.